It's a pretty crazy week so far.
hmm
Hey, everybody, Spider here once again, of course, being joined by Coach David. Brother, how are you doing, bro?
What's up, man? Good, man. How are you doing?
Man, I'm pretty good. Of course,
Yeah.
we talked earlier, man. We talked the other day also, blow out my
hmm
knee Tuesday due to old age, I would say, you know.
hmm
But, Wednesday, man,
Yeah.
I didn't do a damn thing Wednesday, stayed home. Did some stuff around the house. I mean, I definitely stayed busy, but went back to work yesterday. Went back to work today. I'm still limping,
That's
but
good, dude. That's good.
they didn't expect any less, man. I mean, you know, I didn't want to miss out one day, to begin with, man.
Yeah,
But
for
I
sure.
was
For
hurting pretty
sure.
bad.
hmm Yeah.
But no,
No. Shit. My knee's been, man. This morning it like fell out, fell out of place, and I was like leaning on the bed. Oh god, I was just trying to like move that thing back in there, man. It took a minute. It's just I don't know. It's tender, super tender. I need to be a lot more proactive in like some of this strength and conditioning stuff, you know?
no,
Yeah.
and of course, a lot of it's wear and tear, man. I mean, one of the things
Mm-hmm.
I talked to you about the other day was, if you had arthritis, man, because I told you, I mean, I get
Oh,
it from time
yeah.
to time, and it's just,
Mm-hmm.
from
My
work,
hands
and
hurt,
yeah,
especially
oh
like
yeah,
right here at the
yeah,
thumbs. Yeah, at the thumbs. Oh, man, that shit just hurts, dude.
no,
I don't take a lot of ibuprofen, so sometimes that'll, I take one and that'll really help. Mm-hmm.
man, I take one bottle, bro. Shoot, you're already taking one pill, man. No, but
Yeah,
yeah,
one, two, man. If I take two, dude, I sleep good. I sleep real good because my body's like, and so I sleep hard if I take ibuprofen. I hit that snooze,
no, you
man.
see, I mean, this past few days, yesterday when I went to work, I mean, I ended up putting like a Bengay type, man, I soaked the hell out of my knee, bro. I soaked it,
hmm
wrapped it. Oh, my girl wrapped it
hmm
for me, but I mean, I went to work and it helped.
hmm
Definitely took away
Yeah.
from the pain, but coming home, man, that's when I feel it,
hmm
man.
Yeah, I've been getting away from even wearing like sleeves or a brace on my knees. So, I'll do a couple classes, maybe, no brace, no sleeve. But man, this morning I was like, I need to get that sleeve more. Yeah, I need to keep it on there, man. Keep it warm.
No, you see, and that's what it is too, man. Because of course, I mean, I work at Academy Sports part time, and I always tell
hmm
customers because they're like, "Oh, how does it work?" And I tell them, half of it is it heats up that muscle, it keeps you warm,
hmm
and it relaxes whatever's
hmm
there. I said, I mean, besides
Yeah.
it being a knee brace, it does what it does, but the heat definitely helps, man. I mean,
Yeah.
the cold weather, no, bro. I'm like the
hmm
weather, man. I can tell you if it's gonna rain
hmm
or it's gonna
Oh
get cold
yeah,
or
yeah, that's
what, bro.
right. Little slow getting up, man. Little slow.
No, heck yeah, brother. And man, I mean, as far as this week, the week
hmm
crept up on us, dude. I mean, it is Friday.
hmm
Of course,
Yes.
other than being a combat social club, we had no social life. Here we are. Friday evening, man. We're here chilling.
This is our social life.
No, but
Nah,
yeah,
yeah, no, it's good, dude. I just it kind of just worked out that way. I had a friend come through, and we rolled for about an hour and a half.
oh,
Had
nice.
some had some nice time on the mat, and just kind of yeah, took a shower, cleaned up, and there's all kinds of stuff around here to do, man. A lot of shit. So
No. I mean, of
yeah.
course, you guys are still working to get it 100%. I mean, there's still some work to be
Yeah.
done. When it comes to the layout. I mean, of course, you guys dropped some mats. The other day, and you guys been rolling, man. Have
hmm
you've been having classes?
Yeah.
People, no, not classes, but I guess what would you call them? Just like regulars. I mean, it's just some of the guys that have already been
Yeah,
training.
yeah, right. We're not like, you know, grand opening. We're not doing kids class. We're not doing all that yet. We're just kind of sufficing, kind of really just yeah, sufficing our some of the guys that are already signed up, and they're like, man, we love HQ and everything, but so the fact that I was able to score these mats again, man, Jason Yarrington let me. Uh,
Yes, bro.
these mats are on loan, and man, they're great. Yeah, the students love them. So, right now we're currently talking to Dolimer and trying to get us
Okay.
get kind of a ballpark of what we're looking at. we definitely can cover it, but
Yeah.
we,
Trying to see what
we're
other
trying to.
options.
Uh,
See what other options are out there, man. I mean, as far as
yeah, yeah. I like that. I like the Swain
yeah,
mats, the ones that who's number one uses. Just because it's not smooth like like it's not smooth and it doesn't have that tatami either. It's kind of like in the middle, and so one thing about that, I love it. I love the tatami. But one thing about it is, man, you always know who's new, man, because they got the band aids and the fresh burn marks on their feet, tops of their feet.
yeah,
Dude, yeah. So it takes some. You can't, you could shoot for sure, but knee pads. You need some knee pads.
yeah. No, man. I mean, bro, talking about when I was training with Rangel back in the day, bro. I think at
Mm-hmm.
one point he had left the studio. And we were training out of this gymnasium,
Uh,
and there was no match. Dude. It was on carpet. It was like felt, like to where. I
interesting.
mean, we're shooting
Yeah.
in, and you're like, damn, dude. Like, you go home
Right.
and your knees are raw as hell, But that
Right.
stuff after
Right.
a while, you're like, you know what? Start wearing the gi. Start wearing gi pants, man.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. Yeah, dude. Yeah, and then I'm not shooting anyway. My knees jacked, I'm not
Yeah.
trying to do any of that. I'm just, uh, just pulling on, getting some material and eating it up, get the,
Yeah.
get everything moving back and forth.
Yeah, bro. And of course, I mean, you've been having some of the guys drop in, men and women. Of course, you guys have been
Hmm.
rolling, man. I mean, as
Hmm.
far as the feedback, I'm sure it's like you said, it's great just because some of the guys, they're ready to
Hmm.
get the ball rolling. But
Right.
as far as uh, what have they said as far as the layout, man? I mean, I'm sure it's going to be changing, within the next few weeks, next few months. You guys adding to it and more. But
Hmm.
have they given you guys any like ideas as far as like what to do, or maybe even you were talking about the walls, man? As far as what color?
Yeah, yeah, we got colors. We're gonna be doing basically like a gold and a marigold, you know,
Oh, okay, okay.
not really gold, but like a marigold and a black. We have
Right.
the color code somewhere, but yeah, we'll be doing that. And I was just looking for. I seen Dolomer does. They print some of their mats. They print like
Yeah.
big old, like big logos on them, and so that looks pretty. That looks uh, that looks really nice, man. I don't, you know, yeah, I don't know what that goes for, but right now we're looking at about eight, like 8,500, 9,000 in mats. You know what I mean? Somewhere around there. That's a yeah,
Oh
that's
yeah.
a nice
Oh,
chunk, man. Damn it,
okay.
boy. Yeah. Hmm. So
You know what, man?
I would love for January to hurry up and get here because we have a lot of guys that are just kind of like, hey, you know what? Holidays or this and that. We understand. We knew that before we signed the lease.
Right.
But definitely was making. I wanted to expedite what I was doing.
No, no, for sure, man. I mean, because of course,
Hmm.
we talked about the changes. Once you guys start, getting everything set up and I mean, the walls painted, of course. I mean, all that
Yeah,
stuff. I mean, it does matter because, of course, you want to get this stuff done before you open, and that way everything's ready to go. You don't have to
sure.
postpone any classes for the paint to dry and all that. But the match, bro. I mean, of course, that's going to be probably the biggest investment on top of everything else. But
Hmm.
in the long
Hmm.
run, I mean, once you start filling up
Yeah,
those mats, I mean, of course, both
yeah,
spots, the one in the front, did all that as far as the price you just gave me, man, was that including the front or just the back?
yeah. That's what I was figuring. Right. That's what I was figuring. We have, and really that front, that man, that's going to really kind of alleviate some of the pressure on this one mat, and that's where we'll see how long striking can last in there. We'll see how long, you know, because we don't really, you don't need the space for striking like you do. You can stay just like with rolling too. You can keep, the more experience you have, you can take I guess your brain's just spatially aware. So
Oh yeah,
you tend to, and being in tight spots, I think in tight areas, training in tight areas, I think we're all used to. I think we've all done it,
yeah,
and so I think as far as like that front room, that front suite, um, we'll it'll be definitely we're looking to as soon as we can fill those mats up, we can move it over into the schedule over here, right? I'm looking at really blowing up that kids program, and so that
yeah,
once it gets too much there, we can all right. The older ones can migrate towards the dungeon, right?
yeah.
We call it the dungeon. Yeah, over here into onto the main suite, and then the French fries can stay over there, you know.
Nice,
And
man.
we're talking about uh, another tenant and us. We're talking about renting another space upstairs. It's nice. It's got like white marble floors. It's high ceilings. It's got some nice lighting, but it has two bathrooms and a shower.
Damn.
The lady that does the Amore cycling,
Yeah, yeah.
the one that Miss JoJo, she owns that. We were talking, and uh, you could put like a little some casual seating, some TV, something for the parent, because the parents, they'll be right there. The kids are right at the bottom of the stairs, and, you know, uh, you have your
Yeah,
privacy in the bathroom by itself. You know what I mean? Why
yeah.
not kind of turn that? And so we're brainstorming some ideas to get more space. Maybe not mat space, but definitely uh, some showering, some casual seating, some
Oh
Wi-Fi if
yeah.
you need to work or whatever. Yeah,
No, and like you said too, because the parents, of course, they're going to be there, waiting on the kids or
mm-hmm.
their kids to finish, and while they're
Yeah,
doing training, I mean, they can be upstairs, working on something or just enjoying the
yeah,
TV, man. Sure, it's not a bad
sure.
idea, bro.
Mm-hmm. Or next door to a more cycling.
Yeah,
Uh,
that too.
mm-hmm. So
Yeah,
or shoot, man, shoot, they could be over here at the boxing gym. Who I don't know. You know what I mean? Go get a Whataburger.
there you go, man. That's where I'll
Uh
be.
huh. Mm-hmm.
I'll be at Waterburger. I'll be like, hey, man. Yeah, that's not bad though, bro. I mean, and of course, man. I mean, this week, I mean, it did go by pretty quick, man. The
Mm-hmm. It
holidays,
did.
bro. I mean, of course, people were like,
Mm-hmm.
oh, Christmas, and I had no idea. I still kind of don't even know what day it is, bro. I mean, I'm not real big on.
I know. I was making plans. Yo, hey, Monday we have an early bird. Like what? So yeah, man, I don't even. I'm lost too, dude.
Yeah, bro. And that's the thing too, because I always during the interviews, man, and I'm like, hey, we can do it tomorrow, and they're like, oh, tomorrow so and so, and I'm like, and
Mm-hmm.
like, all right, do whatever, you do your thing, man. I'm like, all right, cool, no
Yeah.
problem, but yeah, bro. I mean, I'm not big on it. When my kids were little, maybe, but now it's
Mm-hmm.
just for me, it's just Monday or Tuesday or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I'll take it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
But man,
We also had a visitor on Wednesday
I
that was
saw. I was
talking
gonna ask you
about.
about that.
Yeah, man. It was you know, he came in, brought some uh, experience. He's had a couple of academies before where
Yeah.
he's been stationed at, or maybe his wife's stationed at. I'm not sure, but he's moved around quite a bit and
Right.
he's built small academies. And the stuff he says very encouraging. As far as like how we're doing it, starting small, starting little bit by bit.
Oh yeah, bro.
But yeah, he brought some nice technique. We enjoyed ourselves. It was me, another brown belt, and then a blue belt.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So we had a nice. He was able to get out there in the weeds, and we were able to kind of digest it a little bit. So
You
he's
see, and
nice, dude.
and the thing was something like that, man, because it was pretty much a private, like a private class. I mean, it was just
Right.
for
Mm-hmm.
or three of you guys, and of course him doing
Right.
the instructing. But that's
Mm-hmm.
kind of where you can get a little bit more detail, and you can,
Mm-hmm.
it becomes for me. I've always liked it just because when it's a big class, you kind of get lost in it, But I mean, having his attention and being able to like, hey, how'd you do this, or can you do that again? It just. But
Yeah.
for me,
Also, as a somebody who's, I mean, of course, I'm learning. I'm a student. I'm a student at teaching,
Right.
and so like watching somebody who's got a ton of experience teaching,
Yeah.
classes, and just kind of watching how he runs it. I really pay attention to like Bobby Brown, also over there at HQ.
Yeah.
I watch how he runs a class. Watch how Manny Aguilar, Jason Yarrington, they're all
Yeah.
Jacob Landon,
Yeah.
they all got their styles, and they all kind of have a way, uh, have their own way, and so just kind of always studying and watching.
No, yeah, you see, and that makes sense, bro, because a lot of times, and I've even heard that from fighters. When it comes to MMA, a lot some of the guys are like, "Oh man, I saw the way so and so was coaching, and they learn from it, and they kind of okay, well, that works, and this doesn't, and so that's kind of like where the game comes in, dude, because everybody's got experience, so it's not just the students, but the instructors, the coaches. Everybody learns from other people, man. So that's pretty
Right.
cool that you were able to you know acknowledge that and actually soak that in, man, because it's like I think I told you at one point, man, I used to go to these seminars, and I always got a kick out of how they would teach, because they would teach and man, it'd be funny, bro, like they make it fun, and you kind of
Mhm.
relax and okay, let's drill, and it's a little bit better, everybody's calm, everybody's training, but
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, Helio Soneca, it just popped in my head that I went to a seminar, and that guy was funny, bro, like he was like
Yeah.
instructing, but he's doing teaching and going over moves. He would
Right.
crack a joke somewhere, and I'm like, oh man, like I said, okay, you know what?
Hmm.
And
Hmm.
that's kind of like where when I was doing, when I was teaching, that's kind of like what I would
Hmm.
do, man. I would make it fun, and the guys enjoyed it. They come back, and before I knew it, man. I mean, I had a big class in the morning, man. It was just timing was off and it was wrong, but I
Right.
enjoyed it.
Was that over there at Crossroads?
Yeah, yeah.
How many guys did you have in that class?
In the morning, I had 28 students.
Oh,
But
28
yeah,
students. At
but
what
that was
time?
yeah.
At what time?
Oh, it was from 9 I think 9:30 to 10:30, but we would stay till like
What?
11 though, man. But it was
That's
it
a
was
big
pretty cool though,
class,
man,
dude.
because a lot of them, I mean, they work nights. I mean, for the most part, a lot of them work nights, so they were like, man, I want something.
Mm,
I got off work like perfect, before they go home and
hmm.
shower and go to sleep, and
Right
but I mean, I
on.
had
Yeah.
guys like that were coming from Lockhart, they were coming from Corpus. I mean, they're and everybody enjoyed it, and they're like, "Hey, can we bring more guys?" And I'm like, "Yeah, bro." Like, and it was pretty cool, man. I mean, I
And
didn't
for
take.
28 dudes, man, that's not a lot of mat space. We trained there,
Yeah.
we rented space there. That's not a
No,
lot of
yeah,
mat
yeah.
space. Yeah.
And it was, but I mean, I would drill everybody, man. Like I would do drill. I would have everybody run outside, go around the water fountains, and come back, and just to warm everybody up, and then and start.
Hit those stairs, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Hit those stairs up, go across, come on
And
down.
gi,
Yeah,
bro. Everybody's in gi, shoes on. Let's go, man. Like
yeah, that's good.
break a little sweat,
Good.
but it was fun though, man. I mean, I enjoyed it, and I mean, once again, I give thanks to Mike Rangel. I was a
Hmm.
blue belt at the time, and
Hmm.
it was a Saturday, and I remember like he was like, hey, you wanna teach, and I was like, yeah, like I was like, yeah, man. He's all right. He's hey, I'll see y'all later. And he takes off, bro. No, I was like, okay, later, later, Mike.
Uh-huh.
But
Yeah, yeah.
he threw me out there in the sharks, man. But you know what? I
That's
mean, when I
good.
started when I started teaching, I started learning, bro. I started seeing things that I didn't see
Yeah.
when I was,
See?
and so I was
Yes.
just like, oh
I
wow, like
think
I
that's
never,
like I think that's like as soon as you're a blue belt, I
yeah,
think you should start teaching.
no,
And
yeah,
not
I mean,
not maybe not teaching a class or not
no,
teaching,
yeah, yeah,
maybe some basic ass privates or whatever. But like as a white belt, let's just learn some basic things on
yeah,
getting out of side control and
no,
now
yeah. You see, and for the most
the
part,
ideas
it
and what's
was
supposed to be
drill,
happening.
money.
No, no, go ahead.
No, no, I was gonna say for the most part, a lot of it was drills. I mean, I would go over technique, or I would go over, whatever Mike, we went, he taught over the week,
Mm-hmm.
and I was just okay, we're gonna go over side control, and it wasn't like right away where I started like, oh man, I wanna do this, because I mean, we talked about the garage
Right,
days. I mean, I did that too,
right.
where I started having guys that were training themselves, and it wasn't good. I go out there and
Mm-hmm. Right.
and
Yeah.
show some technique, and they were just like mind blown, man.
Kind of brush them up. Yeah, yeah, right. Yeah.
But it was
Well, I
cool.
mean, you do like you get what you pay for. You know, you train in a garage that tends to not be what you're gonna get at the academy. Some whatever school you choose.
Yeah, no, no, for
You
sure,
know,
man.
but
And,
like as white belts, man, I think it's important to like teach like the basic things because it gives you a better understanding on the positions and what's going on. Just like you, man, I teach basic, just the super basic things, and my mind just shit, and I make a little mental
yeah,
star on
man.
it, Papa. Oh, okay, and it just like it helps you understand it better when you are showing it. Showing it, saying it. You know,
No, yeah, for
over and
sure,
over,
man.
and then helping others. So yeah,
You see, but it's a class within itself, But I definitely
right.
I enjoy, the time that I did enjoy it, man. So it's just one of those things where, going to seminars, and I think I don't know if I've told you before, I've told other people, man. But I mean, when I would go to seminars, like they would go over the same thing. Oh, we're gonna go side control, arm lock and arm bar,
Mm-hmm.
and
Mm-hmm.
and there was like little details that I would get throughout the whole 2 3 hour
Mm-hmm.
seminar, man. It would be like 3 or 4 details that I'm like, oh man, like,
Yeah,
and that's what
yeah,
I would, that's all I would
for
learn.
sure.
But I mean, that was pretty cool, though.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I was rolling with a friend of mine. He's a three stripe blue belt.
Yeah,
Great rolls, dude. That was, it's like, oh man, you taught me
nice.
this and that. You know what I mean? Oh,
Yeah,
thank you, coach, or thanks, Dave, for the help, or thanks for the rolls. That was exactly what I was looking for. Cool, but man, here's some things that you taught me today. Hmm.
yeah.
Yeah.
And let me ask you, I mean, when it comes to class, man, I mean, when it's like newer students, do you ever like start like not necessarily like the big the blue belts and brown belts, like do you tell them, hey, let them practice on you, like tell them to get started on mount, and that way they can kind of like work out as well, getting out of it, and
Yeah, I like to mix it up, but as far as if we're
yeah,
drilling, okay, everybody do the technique three and switch, right hand go 1 2 3, right? I want the higher rank to go first, right?
okay,
So that the lower rank gets to see, gets to kind of okay, and see it from that, and so it just I find that it kind of moves things along a little quicker. You're
right,
trying
right,
to brush somebody up where they could have just watched somebody better than them do it
right,
2 times. Now as far as the rolling, I like to say, okay, higher rank on your back, mounted, you know,
yeah,
or higher rank, top cycling, or top. Just depends on
right,
what
right,
what we were going over, and kind of also what the overall consensus is what we're struggling with. You know, if we're if I see that there's a lot of people, reaching out, with their arms and stuff, then I'm gonna probably put. I'm gonna start in bottom mount. You
yeah,
know, just to kind of reset the
oh
brain,
yeah,
and my arms belong here. The fight is right here, not
yeah.
out here. So.
No, no, for sure, man. And I mean, I think that's
Hmm.
one of the things I remember. I was at Ashcraft, when I was teaching out there at
Hmm. Hmm.
Crossroads, and I had this one student, man, and he was a young kid, and we were going over this side control, like arm and head choke, and I was being as simple as possible, and I was like, yeah, man, just go ahead and get outside control, you put the knee drop, slide
Hmm.
the arm, and he's like, oh, okay, and he was going with somebody else, and like the other guy's like, hey, man, can you show him again? Because he keeps tapping. And I was like, "What do you mean?" He's like, "Yeah, like he keeps like choking himself out. Like he was putting himself in the in a position where he was like, oh man, and the guy's like, bro, like just get up, like you're the one doing the move. But
Uh-huh.
it was just it was funny, man. But I was just like, hey man, like look, let me show you, bro. Like and I would have that guy do it on me, and I would tell him like, hey, here's my arm. If I'm trying to push, you trap it, and it's gonna.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But yeah, man, that kid was something else, man. But he learned though. I mean, he was picking up stuff though, man. It's just,
Yeah.
I think it was his dad that brought him in, and he wanted him to be a little bit more social, not socially awkward. So I was like, yeah, everybody here is cool.
Right.
For the most part, a lot of people there were older. It was like 20s and 30s, and the kid, I think he was like 17, going on 18. So I said, okay, man. I said, you know what? But
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I don't know what happened to that guy, man. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, I hope he's out there doing well, and if he continued it,
Mm-hmm.
great.
Mm-hmm.
But we'll see, man.
Yeah. Yeah. I remember when I kind of dropped out of the game years ago, and seeing the people that were kind of around being white belts or like barely,
Yeah,
barely blue belts, and then you come back, you're like, oh shit, you're almost a black belt. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Like consistency, man, consistency. So yeah, yeah. So here we're gonna right now it's just Monday through Thursday, 6 a.m. and 6:30 p.m. Right,
okay,
and then
okay.
on the weekends we kind of like, hey, I'll put it out there real quick. Hey, you know,
Yeah.
open mat in a couple hours. You know what I mean? Or open mat tomorrow at such and such. But for right now, we're just doing the Monday through Thursday, uh, 6 a.m. and 6:30 p.m.
Okay, well that's cool, man. And
Mm-hmm.
of course, I mean
Yeah.
the early bird. I mean, of course, some of the guys been showing up, right?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, and then we lost one. He's out. Where'd he go? He's going to Korea for. He'll be back
Oh man,
February 8th or something like that. Yeah.
yeah.
So yeah, but yeah, dude, we get early birds. It's nice. It's a nice class. It's a great way to start. And plus, we all pretty much know each other. With the exception of one guy, but I'm familiar with him. He just might not be familiar with. And it's good, dude, because like a lot of these guys don't know each other.
Yeah.
So it's cool to watch them kind of build a friendship, or
Oh yeah,
they don't,
bro, for sure.
they've never rolled with each other, never trained with each other, so it, it's fun watching.
And of course, I mean, a lot of these guys. I mean, some of them you were actually teaching at one point, or they were training with you, right? So that's pretty.
Yeah.
I mean, you
Hmm.
guys know each other that way, but I mean, as far as them, I
Right.
guess they never trained together before.
No. Yeah. So that's good, dude. And we're adding, the females are signing up, so we kind of have a little bit of a female presence here. Of course, we got Ams, who's going to be teaching a women's beginner class
Oh,
on
nice.
Saturday. Yeah, on Saturdays. So that'll definitely be on the schedule. Hmm.
Yeah, man. And I was going to ask you about that because the other day you posted a video holding mitts, man. Was that your daughter that you were training with?
Yes, that was my daughter. Yeah, 13-year-old. Yeah, that was my daughter.
Okay.
And she's rusty, man. She, just like, hey, let's just do it, and
Yeah,
she's real heavy on that front foot. She's, just she's getting back into it. But when she was hitting pads every day, man,
yeah,
she could she could get it. I said 1-2 right kick, right? So 1-2, wow, that right kick was like right after the two.
yeah,
It was
bro.
nice. Yeah. So she's
That's
got
what
some of the things she still has, and then other things you're like, oh, you need to hit some more pads. So yeah, that was my
oh yeah.
daughter. Hmm.
Well, that's pretty cool. You get to, I mean, you got to train with her, man. Because I mean, of course, I mean, being able to spend time with your kids is one thing, but
Of
being able to
course.
train with them, that's actually pretty cool, man.
Yeah, yeah, of course. And we had she does class. She got a gi here, and she
Yeah,
boom, puts it on, jumps in class. Got some
sweet,
rolls the other day, so yeah.
nice, man, nice. And of course, I mean, when it comes to the family, bro, because of course your son too, right? I mean, he gets to go out there and roll as well.
Yes. Uh-huh. All of my kids. Yeah. Uh, yeah. My youngest, he definitely, he's competed in jujitsu
Yeah,
tournaments. He's not made the podium. He's made the podium. He's, you
yeah,
know, But right now he's doing soccer. Soccer's his thing. Soccer's what he wants to do. So
Okay.
that's what we're doing, you know. And then yeah, and then my two oldest, my 25-year-old and my he's competed before, and my 20-year-old.
Okay.
They both know how to throw hands, and they know how to clinch, and then they know how to grapple. So. Mhm.
Nice, bro. Heck yeah,
So I
dude. And
try
I
to
mean,
keep my kids, you know, kind of pass on to my kids you know, knowing how to defend yourself, always having that kind of in your back pockets, a little
yeah,
bit of confidence, you know, but also, you know, like you know what it's like to face some adversity,
yeah,
and you don't want to do it. I'm hot. This way it hurts. You know what I
yeah.
mean? And to stick it out, I think is good for them. You know.
No, for sure, man. You see, and it goes, like what I was talking about earlier, man. I mean, having blown out my knee and
Mm-hmm.
yesterday, I went back to work and everything. And I'm limping, bro. Like I'm like, I was afraid to bend my knee. I got mobility, but I was
Mm,
just like, damn, I don't
yeah.
want to make it worse, So I was kind of my leg. I tried to keep it as straight as possible. I'm pulling freight. I'm pushing, and everybody's like, "Hey,
Mm-hmm.
be careful." And I'm like, like I'm not gonna do anything I'm not comfortable doing, But I
Mm-hmm.
mean, I was lifting, dude. I'm over here freaking lifting punching bags, throwing them up, and I was like, "Oh man!" Like I kept forgetting, And I said, "Man,
Yeah. Yeah.
gotta be
Watch
careful with
yourself.
it, man."
Mm-hmm. You should have got one of those little scooters that you can count with the skateboard with the handlebars.
I know.
Yeah.
I actually have one somewhere, man. I'll shoot.
Uh huh.
I'll rock it, brother. I'll go out there. No, but it was pretty good though, man. I mean, it's
That's cool.
I got a lot of praise because they were like, man, you weren't here, man. Like he's like, dude, like you do a lot,
Fell
bro. He's
apart.
like, yeah, man, because everybody else had to work, nobody like that, because I'm usually the
Mm-hmm.
freaking workhorse. So I get out there and
Mm-hmm.
I already know what to do, so I don't have to like wait for the or wait for somebody to tell me what to
Mm-hmm.
do. As soon as I get there, man, boom, I already know what needs to go out, what needs to come down.
Right.
I know my product, I know my, what's selling, what's not. And that's
Right.
one of the things I told some of these guys, because I said, man, I mean, I'm not saying memorize everything, but as I'm walking to the back, like I'm looking at the trampolines, at the basketball courts, I'm looking at the deer corn just to see, okay, this is empty, this is empty. So when I'm
Mm-hmm.
getting the truck and I'm like, okay, you know what? I got room for this outside. I got room for this. I got, and I'm already,
Mm-hmm.
I'm
Mm-hmm.
already getting rid of everything, man. And like
Yeah.
the manager there, she's like, hey, can this go out? And I'm like, yeah, all this is going out. And she's like, all of it. I'm like, yeah, like all these 8 pallets, like I already in
Mm.
my head, I'm like, dude, they're gone. And she's like,
Game
okay,
plan.
but
Yeah.
I go out there and I'm just like a file cabinet,
So
dude. I'm just freaking boom,
good.
boom, boom. Like I make things happen, brother.
Yeah. That's good, dude. That
Oh
place
yeah.
will fall apart without you.
What's that?
I said that place will fall apart without you.
No, man. Yeah. I mean, honestly,
Mm-hmm.
bro, it's just even the store manager was like, "Man, I'm glad you're back, man." I was like, "Hey," I said, "Yeah," I said, I'm pretty sure, man. I said, "Shoot,"
Mm-hmm.
but
Mm-hmm.
it's good though, man. It's just one of those things. I had read the other day, bro, and not to like ruff any feathers or but somebody was saying, they were like, "Oh, doing more than what you have to is not a flex." That's people shouldn't be like working that hard, or people, and I was like, you know
Mm-hmm.
what, man, it's not even a flex, bro. It's just you show up to work, you know what the job description is. If you
Right.
apply for that job description, then obviously you should be able to do it, right? I mean, it's not
Right.
like you're like, oh, I'm a painter, and then you get them, they're like, hey, we're gonna lay bricks, and okay, I get it, that's a whole different scenario, but it's
Yeah.
like, you apply for the freight team and the receiving. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
what are
Mm-hmm.
they thinking, bro? I'm gonna go in there and do
Mm-hmm.
nothing. You know what I mean? Like it's just,
Mm-hmm.
but yeah, I mean, it's not for everybody, bro. And I get it. I've seen comments where people are like, oh well, good for them. They know their limitations, and I'm like, dude, those are limitations. I said that's some weak ass stuff, dude. Like I'm just,
Right.
for me, I wouldn't fly like that, bro. Like, and this
Right.
is the thing too, man. Like I work hard, dude, and like I told some of these guys, and I'm like, hey, man, you know what? If you don't want to do this, bro, like you can get on register, bro. I mean, they got other
Mm-hmm.
positions here, and I'm like being blunt, like I'm
Mm-hmm.
like, if this ain't
Mm-hmm.
for you, then don't take up that space. Go somewhere else. Let them bring somebody else in here, and
Right.
because it helps me out, dude. So it's just, I want people that are gonna work and you know
Yeah.
take some load off of me.
Yeah. 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 How's it going on the coming soon side? Soon side.
Man, not bad, dude. Tomorrow, I'm gonna swing by the Wonderland for an
Okay.
event. I'm just gonna be out there for an hour or two, just to grab some, grab what I can. When it comes to time,
What do they got going on over there?
it's gonna be and I forgot the damn post, dude. But it's a Christmas theme. I mean, of course, they always have,
Hmm.
the vendors. They always got, they got a lot of cool stuff, dude. Like a lot of these vendors are mostly horror related. But when it
Hmm.
comes to
Hmm.
the guests, they're gonna have what is it? The Christmas Story, dude. The actors from the Christmas Story,
Oh, really?
like the bully, that guy Zach Ward. You're gonna have Yano
Uh-huh.
Anaya, who's the little bully kid, dude. Like
Uh-huh.
it's gonna be cool, man. It's gonna be retro, So you
Right
go out
on.
there, but
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
gonna grab some interviews, get some photos, and
Very cool.
hang out with some of the people out there, man.
Very cool. What time are you going out there?
I'm thinking probably like after one. You know,
Hmm. Hmm.
I've got one interview tomorrow. I'm actually going to do for the Fight Card podcast aspect of it, but I'm
Hmm.
going to do that, and then I think Peter Morales, man, the promoter for Tapper Scrap, I'm going to try to get him on Sunday.
Oh, right
So I'm
on,
going to
dude. Right
just
on.
to promote the
Very
fight,
cool.
and we talked about
Yeah,
some of the
yeah.
guys from HOJ, of course. Dude. It's going to be like pretty much
Yes, dude.
HOJ versus everybody. So
Right, right. I don't know who. I don't know who the who they're fighting, except for I know Ray's girl. Ray's
oh
girl is going to be in there. Yeah.
no, yeah,
Delgado or what is it?
the which one? I'm sorry,
No, what is it? Delgado or
Delgadillo.
Delgado? Okay.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
but she's
Right on.
yeah, man. I mean, this is the thing because they already fought here in San Antonio, man. They fought for Fury FC.
Yeah.
Before that fight happened for Fury, they were supposed to fight for Tapper Scrap, and I don't know what happened with that fight. But it didn't happen. So they were like, well, you
Hmm.
know what, Fury can put them on the show, and they put them on the card here, man. Which
Yeah.
it was
Yeah.
a great scrap, man. So
Yeah. That place is nice, man. That Boeing Tech Center, or
well, you know
I forget
what?
what.
Yeah, that fight was at the Boeing. The last one they had was actually back at Cowboys, man.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, like
So they
it was,
made
I was
that
like, man, I
move
wonder.
back,
Yeah, yeah, and I think
huh?
the Boeing I liked it, but I don't know. I mean, I like the Cowboys dance hall a lot more. It's a lot more like grassroots. It's in a freaking
Hmm.
rodeo ground, and it's just for me, it just made it seem a little bit more underground. Because I mean,
Right.
back when, dude. I mean, when we were watching this stuff, I mean, that's the way it was.
Hmm.
It's like nobody else
Hmm.
knew about it except people that were in it, and
Yeah.
half the time it was
Yeah.
just fighters or
We
people that were training.
we had fights right there in Crossroads, man, in those ballrooms
Yeah,
back there. That, yeah, remember
yeah,
that?
I remember that one.
Hmm.
And then
That's what.
that was an awkward spot too, man. I didn't
Yeah, it
like
was
it. I mean,
weird,
I
right?
saw it, but it was just it's just I don't know. It didn't seem I don't know. I
Yeah.
didn't like it, dude. I mean, it was a great fight. It was a great card, dude. But I mean, and of
Right.
course, sure you should know, man. You were there, bro.
Uh huh. I was there. Yeah, I seen that. Yeah, it was cool, man. I enjoyed it. I thought it was pretty awkward that ceiling was low with
Yeah.
the lighting and yeah, but it was all right. You know.
No, there's the one for Tupper Scrap has been out there in Victoria too, man. But they have it at this event center, and like the cage is like literally under this big old chandelier, man. And I'm like,
Yeah, man, that's the one that I think at HOJ
yeah,
four of our guys
yeah.
was what fought there as a Rocket and Levante and
Think,
Christian and
I don't know if David
yeah, I
fought
don't
there.
know. Huh? Yeah, maybe Taco.
Yeah, but that one
Yeah,
was pretty cool, man. I liked it, bro. But the
yeah,
chandelier,
yeah, but yeah, man, that light was right there. Yeah,
so I
no
was like,
judo
damn,
throws.
dude. But,
Hmm.
but I mean, stuff like that, dude. I like it, dude. It's just smaller. I mean, of
Hmm.
course, the Boeing. I don't think the times that I went there for Fury, I don't think they ever sold out that place. I know they brought people in, but
Yeah,
there's still a lot of empty seats, man.
yeah, a lot of empty seats, a lot of man, a lot of walking. It was big. Everything was kind of there, but geez, it didn't. I know they were trying to fill it up and a lot of seating. It was nice, dude. I liked it. I didn't care for the parking and the walking and the
Oh yeah,
like, all right, whatever. I like Cowboys where you just go park in the back and walk up.
No, yeah. Well,
But
that the thing too, because I know if you parked in the ground, you have to pay. I think they're charging like $20, bro. You can park across the
yes,
street and park for free, but
yeah,
you know, business, brother. What are you gonna do, man? But yeah, Cowboys, you
yeah,
can park in the back. You guys just walked in through the double
hmm
doors and let's go.
yeah, yeah, dude. So yeah, looking forward to when is that? January what?
The Tapper Scrap is gonna be the 21st. I want to say,
21st. Okay,
man, I gotta look it up now, dude. Because
right on. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
well, you know what? No,
We're talking about getting tickets and going down there and supporting. A few of us from here at CSC. Just we know them guys, man.
yeah, no, yeah,
We've
heck
trained
yeah.
with those guys, and so we'd love to go out there, support, and see them bringing home the W's.
No, no, for
Hmm.
sure, man. And of course, this is the amateur circuit, man. So for me,
Hmm.
man, let me ask you this, bro, because of course, I mean, we all watch the UFC, we watch PFL, Bellator,
Hmm.
but for me, man, I get a kick out of the amateur cards, man, because a lot of times, a lot of the fighters still don't know what they're capable of, so they're learning and they're throwing stuff out, and you're like, oh, damn, like,
Hmm.
so it's kind of a little unexpected, because I'm sure there's a lot of fights where the fighters throw something out there and it lands and they're like, oh crap, they weren't planning on it, but
Hmm.
it's kind of cool to see those old moments.
Yeah, yeah. Also, that's the first like huge step for an athlete.
Yeah,
Is getting past a smoker, getting past maybe like a fight night at your local
oh
academy or
yeah,
something. Get you in there with headgear. This is a real gunfight,
yeah,
and so just
getting
being
tagged.
yeah, and then when they close that thing and they put the pin in the cage, that
The
it's
lock.
different, it's different, yeah.
Ooh, man, but of
So
course, I mean, if you guys go, man, let me know, dude, because I know Peter Morales. I mean, I had told him about me heading out there, man. I mean, I'm still not sure as far as I mean, I might be back at the post office, so I don't even know if I'll be
all right,
available that day. But if I'm not working, man, I definitely love to go out there and check it out, man.
yeah, dude, yeah, we'll let you know for
No,
sure.
for sure. And yesterday too, man, I was able to interview James Ramon, man, this young kid, from Corpus Christi. He's actually competing, fighting for his second opportunity to get a title for a Fury FC. And
Mm.
same thing. One of the things, man, the guy I had talked to his dad before, man. I've known him through the fight game, and he was
Mhm.
like, yeah, man, like I he used to be at the Mad Shark back in the day here, like at the Woodland
Oh
Park, and
wow,
his son
uh,
was there. His son was competing, and I was like, oh wow, dude, like okay, like a lot of these youngsters, man, they were on the mat as kids, and a lot of them are competing, have been competing in MMA, and
mm-hmm.
it's like, all right, man, the fact that they stayed in the loop and they're still, doing the craft, dude, that's freaking awesome, man.
Yeah, and passing. You see all these fighters and grapplers, and they got kids now.
Yeah,
And those kids, man, that they've been training since probably my kids trained when they were before they were out of diapers. I was
yeah,
rolling with them in side control and making them, kind of putting some pressure to where they had to
yeah,
move and you know, uh, trying to get that like nailed down in their DNA. Just the
yeah.
nature of uh, making space, small
You know,
movements.
you see, man, that's one
So
of the things. Like my oldest now, like she's picked up boxing like when she was going to school out there in Houston for college.
uh-huh.
My youngest, when she was little, like I used to have mats at the house. I used to have like a little workout, one of the back rooms. And
Hmm.
I used to same thing, man. Like I would have her shoot in, bro. Like she would shoot in, do the single leg, get the mountain, and I
Hmm.
would say
Hmm.
armbar, armbar, and she would throw her leg, little leg, bro. And she was like
Yeah.
5 years old, 4 years old,
Let's
but
go.
she
Yeah.
had it, bro. And I was like, man,
Yeah.
it's just I wish she would have kept it up and kept going with it, dude. But
Yeah. Same, dude. Uh, but you also don't want to ruin it for them.
no,
You
no, no,
also
yeah,
want to let them taste other
yeah,
other fruits of life. You know what I mean? Just because it was such a big deal, oh, for me, just because it was such a big deal and so pivotal in just how I'm living and just overall feeling good. Uh, that might not be as pivotal to
Right.
them. Maybe soccer's their thing, or maybe
Yeah.
maybe they want to direct movies or something, or maybe they want to write screenplays, or
Yeah.
I don't know. you
No, you
know,
see, and that's
there's
one of
a
the things too, man. Because I know for a lot of people, man, when it comes to MMA or even training in jiu-jitsu, dude, I mean, it kind of builds a
mhm.
foundation. Like they learn the discipline, they learn and they get that and they take it to whatever they're doing. You know, they're like they remember,
Yes,
like, hey, you
dude.
know what, you gotta drill it. You gotta,
Yes.
I mean, it's commitment. But I mean, I think even if it's not, if they don't stick with it, I think whatever they do in life, it actually follows. Yeah, I mean, it's something that keeps
Mm-hmm.
pushing them.
Yeah, well put. Yeah, for sure.
You know what I was gonna say, bro? Because when I started with Mike, like I was man, I was probably like 24, 25. I wasn't old, but I wasn't young either. You know, he had like some 18, 19-year-old, and
Hmm.
I remember I used to do odd jobs. You know, I was a bricklayer. I used to do roofing. I mean, I've done like jobs where everything was manual labor. You know, wheelbarrows full of bricks, like on a scaffold. You know, going down to 2x8. You know, my balance was always good. And when I was training, like
Yes.
everybody was like, "Man, you got good balance." And I'm like, "Dude, I'm like a trapeze, bro. I'm over here pushing freaking
Hmm.
wheelbarrow full of bricks, from scaffold to
Uh-huh.
scaffold." But it kind of helped because even like me, being a contractor delivering furniture, bro. Like I noticed, like whenever I'm holding stuff, I always use my elbow to like brace something. Or I'll use my head, or I use my hook. I'll put my foot down and hold
Hmm.
while I'm doing something, and I'm like, you know what, dude? It's just
Hmm. Hmm.
it's a muscle memory, but it helps. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. You know what? Uh, when I went, I used to. I never played golf, but I would swing the clubs, and my stepdad when he was into uh, golf, and so he was, there was always extra clubs laying around or something. Oh no, yeah, you can use them. Me and Freddie, we would go and just learn how to hit golf balls, right? So, but yeah, dude, we play par threes, and man, it's everywhere, whatever. But man, I had fast forward, and I had already taken jujitsu for a while. I was already, probably a blue belt. Yeah, I was a blue belt. Uh, so just learning how to trust the technique, I guess,
Yeah.
it just made more sense, dude. And so these the swing, the things I know I'm supposed to do,
Yeah.
I was able to like do it better because I wasn't, you know, I was trusting the mechanics of it and not uh, what I think I'm going to hit this ball. You know what I mean? It
Oh
wasn't
yeah, bro.
right. Hmm.
Yeah. You see, and that's true, man. Because I don't know how to play golf, dude. Like when I worked for
Hmm.
Academy Sport, I mean, I still work there, but when I first started, they used to send us to They used to send me to seminars, bro. I was a part-time employee, man, and the district manager at that time, Mr. Miller, man, he used to send me to the seminars in Katy. He used to send me to other stores, and
Uh,
he used to let me do a lot of stuff, man. Like I'll give him that, bro. Like I was even back then, I used to work and I used to enjoy it, But
hmm.
I remember like he was like, "Hey, Gary, there's gonna be a golf tournament." He's like, "Man, why don't you join us? We're gonna be out there Sunday." And I'm like, "All right, cool, man." And it'd be like me, him, and like there's other two employees that used to play golf, man. They're
Uh-huh.
golfers, and dude, they
Yeah,
hated me
yeah,
because I'm
yeah,
over here like trying to hit a home run, and they're like, "Hey, man, like, take it easy." And I'm just like, "Bro, like
yeah,
I'm just trying to
yeah.
have fun, bro." But they would get mad.
Right, right.
They were serious, man.
Yeah, yeah.
But
And you're
but it's
not
true.
acting right.
Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah.
That's
But
not how you do
it,
it.
it goes back to like what you're saying. A lot of the technique is just like body mechanics, man. Just let it flow, boom.
Hmm. Hmm.
And they were
Yeah.
like that, dude. I mean, no strength, just swing. That sucker freaking yards, And me, I'm trying to
yeah.
hit it as far as possible. It's like a couple feet,
Uh-huh.
we go that far.
Yes. Yeah, for sure. I saw the clubs today. I was moving. I have those. I brought those today. I brought those the dispensers for the. I'm gonna put the peanuts and the pecans and the stuff in
Oh,
those
okay.
candy dispensers, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And then where I was keeping them in the storeroom. I had my golf clubs and then my son's golf club. I was like, man, I should get them, dude. But I was like, I'll get them later.
You should put a
I
little.
don't have time to go out there and hit no golf balls.
You got to get one of those little tees from Academy so you can practice your little putt.
Hey, we have one. I got it. I
Oh,
got it.
okay, there you go.
It's Kingston's. Yeah, it's Kingston's. He got it for his birthday.
Okay,
He
cool,
could
man.
swing.
'Cause
He
I
could
know,
play. He could play golf.
really.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dude, that's cool, man. Because I know we saw those big old nets too, man. That way you can practice. You know, sucker won't fly too far, but
Right. Right.
something right there to while you're waiting for class, man. Go
hmm
out there and hit a couple zingers, man.
Yeah, for sure.
And as far as
Yeah,
this weekend,
dude.
man, what are you guys doing this weekend?
Shoot, man, I'll be here. I'll be working and just doing the stuff around here that needs to be done. Probably, I got to get with. I'm gonna paint. I'm probably gonna paint up 12 feet,
Okay.
and yeah, and then maybe put a molding around that. Because painting the rest of it, you're gonna need a scissor lift. You're gonna need some scaffolding. You're gonna need. We got
Yeah.
30-foot ceilings, man.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
So
And then plus, I'm sure it would look nice, but I mean, it's kind of dead space. You know, nobody's up there. You know, so it's kind of like,
yeah,
man,
right.
as long as you hit a certain height, like that'll be good, man.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
And
dude.
bro,
So that, and I'll probably do a little open mat tomorrow.
okay,
I'll probably hit HQ at some point this weekend. Yeah, I
nice, man.
want to get I'm gonna get my kids back Christmas morning, and then Ams will be back Christmas evening. So,
Nice.
uh, mhm.
Man, and of course, I mean, when it comes to Christmas, I know, I mean, myself, like, I don't expect gifts, dude. Like, I mean, my girl was like,
Right.
oh, what do you want? And I'm like, man, just let me sleep. Let me sleep an extra hour, man. Like, I'm good.
Leave me alone.
Yeah.
Uh huh.
But I mean, for yourself, man. I mean, if there was one gift you could get this year, man, what would it be, bro? Let me ask you.
Uh, I mean, in addition to just being overly blessed and just not being able to do this without absolutely everybody that
Right.
I've come in contact with for the past, well, since I've trained, you know what I mean. But the past few years have been like instrumental in actually like getting geared up and putting the cleats on and putting your kit on and getting out there and
Yeah.
getting ready to actually play the game, get in the game.
Yeah.
And so, other than that, because I'm again overly blessed, I probably go with some mats and some wall
Okay.
mats. Yeah, yeah. Uh huh. What about you?
Man, I will take some 20-year-old knees, bro. On your knees. Get rid of these.
Dang, yeah, yeah.
You know.
I was gonna say stem cells, man.
There you go, man. Let's do it, brother. Start a GoFund. Let's do it.
No
But
fun
yeah,
me,
man.
that's
But I mean,
right.
of course, I mean, I could easily say, I will take $1 million, bro. It will solve a lot of
Yeah,
things. But for me, it's
yeah.
just opportunity, man. I want to keep getting opportunities in life. I want stuff to be able to showcase itself, and I want to jump on it, dude. I mean, whether it's a movie, and I don't even think I told you, dude. I mean, I actually have my first movie perk. I'm in a film. They sent me the DVD, so I'm waiting on that just to see how
Oh
horrible
yeah,
it is. Yeah, bro, and
let's
it's a,
go,
it's a
man.
little something, man. But it's video format, and my thing is I wanted to do voice acting, so I've got a couple other perks that I've worked on, and I'm just waiting for production. But I mean, it's a voice I want to do. I want to be able to use different voices, different, and I've worked on a few, and I'm like, well, man, maybe something
That's
will
cool,
stick,
man.
and people will be like,
Yeah.
oh man, who does that? I'll be like,
Uh
this
huh.
guy right here,
That's
man.
cool,
But,
man. Your thing. It's a
yeah,
thing. It's your thing. So
I
that's
wanna,
cool. We got that. We have that green screen, dude. So whenever you get,
yeah,
I'll be here this weekend. So if you're looking to bring some stuff in and start getting set up,
no,
we can
yeah,
do that.
for sure. Yeah,
hmm
Sunday. I mean, I'll touch base with you, but we'll see if we
Okay.
can if I can hit out there. If not Sunday, maybe tomorrow, maybe. Because what are you guys doing Sunday, man? Because I know you.
No, just whatever, dude. Just call. Just hit me up, and I'm sure I'll be here.
Yeah,
There's nowhere else that I need to be more than here.
no, for
Yeah.
sure, man. But yeah, dude, I'll definitely hit you up, and we'll figure something out. Because I mean, I know with the green screen. I mean, I wanted to take a couple of like the banner. I've got a couple of things that I wanted to take by there and just to kind of dress up that spot. You know, I mean, I know we had talked, and I told you I wanted to kind of have like a clean background. I mean, we can put stuff and kind of like like this sign and
Yeah,
but
yeah, yeah.
most part, I wanted to be comfortable, man. I wanted for people to be like,
Yes.
okay, you guys are doing
Hmm.
something, you know?
Yeah. And then again, dude, let's put the the monitor up, and
Yeah,
like you said, we can watch grappling matches, we can watch some fights, uh,
yes, bro.
and just
And that's it. And
talk about that.
on this platform, there's a new one. And when I get out there, man, I'll show you, dude, because there's a new layout where I can attach my phone. Like I can literally, I get this bad boy. I can put my phone on this, and I can use
Hmm.
it as a second camera. So we can definitely put video. We can definitely
Oh,
put a guest, and it'll
right
pop up on
on,
the small
dude.
screen. But that way,
Yeah,
if it's a fight, we can talk about it or bring it up
yeah,
and have
yeah,
actual video footage on there.
yeah. I think it'll be after the new year, but Jason, I'm sure I told you that he's gonna come and join us. So
Oh yeah, I did for sure, man.
he's
And
yeah,
I've
he's
already
willing to
I met
sit
up a couple
down.
of people, man. So I do want
Yeah,
to, and what I wanted to do, just for the fact that I mean, you're a business owner yourself and you're a coach.
hmm,
I wanted to start inviting other coaches from other
yeah,
academies,
yeah,
other states, just to kind of jump
yeah,
in and talk, dude. Maybe talk business, maybe a couple of things that you guys want to talk about and bring up, and
yeah,
for other
yeah,
people that are wanting to do this, because
yeah, yeah. Actually, I could probably reach out to a few people. I
yeah,
mean, we'll see what maybe Alex is doing.
yeah,
There's a guy, Chris Olivo, that he's out in Vegas, but he was the number one brown belt for quite a while.
nice,
Uh, IBJJF wise.
right,
So and I think he's an entrepreneur. He's doing I think he's doing like uh, advertising, media advertising. I'm not sure. Uh, he's got some things going on. So,
yeah,
maybe bring him in, just talk about your small business, what it takes to compete at that level.
yeah,
I still use the this knee bar setup that he taught us when he did like a seminar here,
yeah.
and man, he went over a lot. And one thing is this knee bar setup that I use it because I have long legs. I can back step and get a little bully post, and it's sitting right there. So
Nice,
helps
hell
me
yeah.
get out of bad situations.
No, yeah. You see, a lot of times, even when I used to grapple, we not even so much for competition, but I mean in classes, I used to go to seminars. Like one of my defenses was like if I would see somebody going for something, I would go for the ankle. I would go for an inside, just
Sure,
so that I could scramble and they can panic and create
sure.
space, and then I would get out. But it was always
Hmm.
I used to, man. I don't know. I don't even know if it's a term, but I used to do a lot of pressure jujitsu, bro. I don't know if that's the right
Hmm. Hmm.
terminology or that's
Hmm.
even. But I would like roll with people, and I would put certain pressure like behind the elbow, behind, you know what I mean, to where they would
Sure,
like react, and
sure.
they
Hmm.
themselves would like give me enough space to where I'm like, okay, you know what, I get back in guard, or I'll,
Right.
you know, but
Right. A lot of times, and I was just going over it tonight with a friend of mine that was here, and three stripe blue belt. He's very capable, super capable,
yeah,
uh, and we were kind of like I was fighting for that kind of neon belly from up top, and he's trying to, uh, but his legs are coming up and his feet are coming up and kind of hanging out. Right. He's
yeah,
trying to fight this knee across. Well, I just go and either you get the toe hold right, or you just touch the feet, and
yeah, right
that'll
away,
have
man.
him move, and you just go right there. So
Yeah,
just little things like that, man. I think you're right. Just
yeah,
touch that shit. You know,
no,
you'll
yeah, because
you'll
I
you'll
used
get
to,
quite a reaction.
bro, I used to do and I think we had talked about it long or a few months back, bro. But how they have like the, I guess, rubber jiu-jitsu or rubber guard, or they have like all
Uh,
these names for these submissions or attacks. And I remember like I used to do a lot of like I don't know, it's weird. Like I'd be on side control, and I would grab my gi pant, and this elbow I would slide it by someone's neck, and I know it was a slow choke, man, because they'd start freaking out. But it was just like like that's what I was saying. It was like pressure jujitsu, man. Like I would create
Mm-hmm.
pressure and they'd like start freaking out, or it
Mm-hmm.
was enough for me to, But
Mm-hmm.
I always that was always one of my defenses, man. Is that I always knew like, okay, you know what? If I put enough pressure, like even like a thrust choke, like on the neck, and
Sure, sure, sure.
because I mean with Mike Rangel, a lot of that stuff was just like brutal, man. It was grit, you just it was enough to
Yeah,
survive, and
yeah.
I mean, I liked it, man. It was fun.
Yeah, I think it's most realistic. I think it's most realistic. A lot of jujitsu, I think, is kind of an agreement. And an agreement on what roles we're playing.
Yeah,
You know, but when somebody's just not listening to any of that shit, and they are just like uh, they are on you,
yeah,
passing and just driving and driving and uh, like, man, let me get my spider guard. So we had a black belt that was with us for like 18 months almost, man.
oh,
He's about 220 pounds. He's about 36 or something like that, but he was a winner. You know what I mean? He liked to win. He liked to just kick ass. And
yeah,
so 6 a.m. every morning, man, it was like, here we go. I just knew, and I was always the first roll, so I got him
yeah,
fresh. And I got my ass kicked for a long, long. Well, yes, and then it's just like slowly but surely I was getting my ass kicked a little less, and then a little less, and a little less, and I was able to get him a couple of times. Right? He always would tell people, hey, Dave's the only one that's gotten me here. Me and Jason Yarrington.
yeah,
You know, yeah. But yeah, dude, he really helped with. I mean, because it was all about punch chokes and just doing the dirty work.
yeah,
You know, doing the dirty work, bro,
yeah,
and being able to like the early birds were pretty. It's a pretty rough crowd. They because we greenlit all those things, and that you know that's kind of the code. Like it is just tap. You know what I mean? These guys are gonna try to the overhook, far side lapel, punch, choke. They're gonna make it a long morning if you let them. You
yeah.
know what I mean?
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
So. Hmm.
Man, that's it just reminded me. I was laughing too, bro, because I remember like with when I first started, man, we used to get guys that I mean they were bullies, bro. They were just like they were always like, "Hey, we're gonna go light," and then they were the ones that would always go 100%, bro.
Right.
And like I caught on to it, man. Of the first few times, like they would catch me because they was just like, "Oh yeah, we're gonna go light," and before I knew it, they were cranking my arm, and I was like, "Dang!" Like
Yeah.
so, like once I realized, like, okay, these are the guys. Like as soon as I would see them roll with somebody, and they would just freaking like rag the hell out of them, dude. Like I'd be like, "Hey man,
Hmm.
let's roll," and I would do it to them. Like I got that good to where I was like, you know what, dude, like, and then like I guess it's kind of funny, dude, because I would tap them out, and like the guy that they just roll, they kind of look at me, give me that look, like hell yeah, you know what I mean,
Hmm.
like.
Hmm.
Because I
Hmm.
mean, give them a taste of their own medicine, bro. But after a while,
Yes.
a lot of guys at Mike's, they didn't want to roll with me, man. They were like, "Oh no, man,
Yeah.
my shoulder, bro. And I'll go with this
Right.
guy." And I was like, "All right, dude,
Uh-huh.
that's cool, But it was
Uh-huh.
just,
Uh-huh.
But I just, I was just serving justice, bro. I was just like, you know what, man? Like, and I
Hmm.
was telling them, like, hey, dude, the guy's just been here for a month, bro. Like, don't
Right.
get easy on them,
Calm
But
down, dude. Right.
yeah, yeah, they were here trying to,
Hmm.
get into Abu Dhabi or something. I don't know what the hell they're doing.
Some
uh,
scholarships.
Yeah, bro. But it was, those are the days those times that I remember, and I think that's why a lot of even like
Hmm.
one of the guys at Academy, he started there the other day, and it was his last week, his last day. He was like, "Hey, man, I just want to thank you, bro, and you know, um, you know, uh, I appreciate you doing like what you were doing." I know you kind of went out of your way to make it comfortable, and then and I told him I was like, "Man, it's kind of like with jujitsu, man. I mean, at the beginning, I kind of brought people with me so that they wouldn't leave, because it was fun. It was something they could have.
Hmm.
I knew they would enjoy, and I wasn't, the guy to go in there and freaking rub their face on the mat and freaking,
Hmm.
just
Right.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I was like, no, man. I said, look, man. I said, for me, I said, my thing is, I don't expect people to work as hard as me. I said, but I expect people to work. period, man. I said, but I
Mm-hmm.
said, yeah, dude, I said, I appreciate, good luck. And I think he was going into law enforcement because he was like, hey, man, let's stay in touch. And I said, yeah, man, let's stay in touch, bro. If I ever need you, I'll
Mm-hmm.
be like, hey, man, where you at, buddy? No, but he was a good guy, though, man. Moved up here from South Texas, so wish him
Right
the
on.
best. I told him to follow me on here. I don't know if he's going to be on here, but I was like, follow me
Yeah.
up, man. Stay in
Right
touch.
on, dude. Yeah. Yeah. Good, man. I mean, shoot. Once we get up and running, man, we'll be able to say, hey, what do you think about coming into the studio? Blah
Yeah.
blah blah. You know what I mean? And so I'd love there's a ton of people I'd love to get in there and just pick
No,
their
no, yeah,
brain.
yeah, for
If they're
sure, bro.
good with
Because
it. Hmm.
I know I had talked about this the other day, but as far as the table, we gotta. I'll pick up a table, just something sturdy, something that'll, just hold the.
I got a table today. It's sturdy. It's sturdy. It's a card table, but it's sturdy. It's an old
But
school card table.
it'll
Shoot,
fit in that
it's
space
not
though,
like a chafa like a
like the Chinese
uh,
dollar store type table,
yeah, dude. Yeah,
like
I don't
a
know.
paper table.
Yeah, we'll figure something out, man.
No, no, yeah, for sure, dude. Because I mean, like I said, for the most part, it's gonna be the laptop. It's gonna be the camera's already on there.
Sure.
I can
Hmm.
detach it, put it somewhere else, but it's gonna be a lot of features. I can do the both. My phone. I can do the link. I mean, I'll show you, man. It's gonna be to where we can add all these logos, add the video.
That's
The
cool.
video
Yeah.
option is gonna be here on my screen. But
Hmm.
that's something where we're gonna have to ask your girl to help us out with, man, because I know she'd probably be able to understand this more than I do. I know that.
Oh, for sure, bro. Hmm. Oh
we can
yeah,
put we can put music on this bad boy, dude. Like we can, nombre, bro.
that's cool.
We can do a
That's
lot of
real
stuff,
cool.
man.
Hmm.
But for the most part, man, content, dude. Like I said, for those out there watching, following, appreciate you guys. I mean, of course, this is Takedown and Tacos, dude.
Yeah,
This is,
man. Take
something that we're
down
going
the
to be
tacos.
doing. We're going to be talking, bringing in guests, bringing in coaches, business owners,
Yes.
bro. And let me ask you this, bro. If there was a sponsor out there, and maybe they'll listen to this or watch, would you be down to have somebody sponsor you, like say, like how you wanted to set up your bags, like on that one section?
Hmm.
Like, would you be up for something like that? Like somebody just they put their logo on the bags and they just sponsor you with the bags to set up out there.
Oh, bro. Yes.
Man,
Yeah. Oh
man,
yeah.
no, for
Yeah.
sure, man. That way
Shit,
we
yeah.
can.
Yeah, bags are expensive, dude, and we'd love to. Right now, of course, we're it's just jujitsu, but
Yeah,
we will be moving into having striking classes, and bags are just they're essential.
yeah,
Essential. Other than like having somebody to hold pads for you,
yeah,
man, a bag is still. You need that bag to really just lean those shins into that bag. You know, uh, just break down that shin and yeah, and knees. You want
yeah,
to be able to kind of light up the bag. Get some good bag work. And like me, dude, I can't hold pads too much. Like with my daughter, I was like, oh man, did you get it?
Hey, watch
So
TV. Don't play on your phone.
so man, just rough, dude, rough.
No, but for sure, man. I mean, that's one of the options. We'll be able to have. I mean, for the gym itself,
Yeah,
for the
that'd be great.
podcast, of course, too, man. Get some sponsors. There's this one page that's here on Facebook, man, and it's like it's a network for all the taco trucks, and I guess they go on there and they kind of like, hey, I'm at this
Mm.
side, and I was gonna. I mean, I'm telling you now, but I was gonna tell you, like, man, check it out, dude, because I want to see about getting some of those guys on here, man, just to kind of try to see maybe we can get a sponsor or get somebody to sponsor the
Yes,
platform, man.
man. Yeah. I got a
Yeah,
couple of guys that would probably, yeah. There's a huge network out there. I don't
yeah.
think you're gonna have any shortage of taco trucks in San Antonio.
No, no, heck no, dude. It could be one at
Hmm.
every corner. Sure, probably stop by.
Man, yeah, and
But yeah,
and the and the quality rivals what you're gonna get at a regular taqueria.
oh yeah, brother. Sure. I know we on the way home we actually stopped by and grabbed something to eat, man. And I told my girl, I said, man, let's go to a Mexican restaurant. Got a quesadillas, bro, and man, they were good, brother. I ain't gonna lie,
Yeah.
man.
Uh huh.
Been craving it. Worked a long day, so I said I deserve it. You know, shoot,
Let's go.
grab me a plate.
Right on. That sounds good. I think I'm doing Whataburger after this.
I'll be right there, bro. I'll see you in a few minutes,
All
man.
right, dude.
Man, bro. But we will be in touch, man. I'll
For
touch
sure,
base
man.
with you, of course, and
Yep.
see about
I'll
stopping
see
by.
you this weekend when you can bring your stuff.
You got it, boss.
Cool.
Everybody out there, of course. This is Spider once again, Coach David, and we are the Takedowns and Tacos, man. So until next time, everybody, of course, subscribe, follow up, and until next time.